Good morning, everybody. I'm Carl Alston from People's Resource Center, and welcome to our live stream regarding the fourth annual Help Nurture Hope Tulip Bulb Drive. We are here with a couple of different people to talk to. One is Suzanne Barris from Oakbrook Center and Kathy Street from the Darien Garden Club. So the reason I brought you all together here is to talk about the Tulip Bulb Drive that's coming up this Friday at Oakbrook Center. The address to put into your GPS is to Oakbrook Center, but the location is really in the parking lot, west side of the mall, adjacent to Pinstripes and the Lifetime Fitness Center for people to be able to find it. Okay. And I wanted to talk to you, Suzanne, first to say thank you so much for making this possible for PRC to benefit from the food drive part of the event. Why don't you tell everybody how people can participate in the Tulip Bulb Drive?
Absolutely, Carl. First of all, we're grateful that we can have this partnership with People Resource Center. It was developed 4 years ago based on a need that we were all going through with the start of a pandemic. I know the first time I've ever been in a situation like that. And we definitely knew that our community and a number of people within our community found themselves in situations that they were never before. So we looked at a way that we could support the community, support the need, and knowing that we have this wonderful show of flowers at springtime that we've been doing for years, really over 60 years since the property was developed. We thought, what a wonderful opportunity. Everybody loves our tulip bulbs. We've been in a position where we've been able to offer our tulip bulbs to the community. And we thought, what better way to utilize that, that giving, I guess you could say, and support our community through our partnership with the People's Resource Center. So therefore, we decided that we would help the PRC and the community by doing a food drive, but do it through a drive-through, especially at that time, and give away our tulip bulbs as a thank you for the community support for those who are in need. So we're blessed that we're celebrating our 4th year of that partnership. So that's great.
Well, yeah, thank you so much. We really appreciate that. And this is, I guess it's not unique now because the pandemic is starting to wane a little bit. But how do people participate? All they have to do is drive up. They don't even have to get out of their car, right?
No, that's the beauty of it. It's very simple, easy, relaxing, and a nice way of giving. So all you have to do is get in the line of the cars, and it goes by really quick. We just ask you, pop open your trunk. We will take out the bags of the food that you supply, the PRC team, and then we will have you move forward a little bit. And then our other partner, which is our landscape company, Brightview Landscape Services, have already bundled a big bundle of tulip bulbs, and we'll put that in your trunk and off you go. That's all you have to do.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think that, it couldn't be easier. Just bring a big, as big a bag as you can of
or whatever
food,
you can
or
spare, anything
of
is
food
needed.
or personal care items or cleaning supplies, and bring that by Oakbrook Mall on Friday. This is between 8:30 and 10 a.m., by the way. Bring that.
Or while supplies last, we need to say that.
Or while supplies last,
we
that's
have many
true.
times.
Yeah, tulip bulbs are a little bit popular.
Yes.
So, you bring your bag, you give it to one of the volunteers right out your car window, or pop your trunk, and we'll take the donations out of there. You move up, and folks from the landscape company will put a bundle of tulip bulbs into your car. Easy peasy. I am going to add a link to the various channels that you are watching to the page on the PRC website where you can see our list of most needed items. So if you can help us out in that way, that's great. But of course, any donation of food, personal care items, or cleaning supplies is very much appreciated. So thank you again, Susan, for making this possible. Kathy, so we have a bunch of tulip bulbs in our car and we get home. What do we do with them so that come spring, we can have tulips in our yard?
Well, there's a couple ways to do this. You can keep the bulb as is, keep the greens on them, the stems, the leaves, and so forth, and you just let them dry out in a cool, non-humid area. If you have, I used my front porch back in the day. Just let them dry out, and then you can, once the foliage turns yellow and breaks off, put the bulbs in a cool, dry place, just like you would before you plant in the fall. If you do that way, you can take them and then in the fall and add them to your garden. The second way, which I think is kind of easier, because at this time of year, you know what's coming up as far as your spring flowers. So you can slip them in as is with the greens, so forth. Just put them right back in the ground. Let them start growing again. The trick with tulips is to plant them as deep as you can. We have the pesky squirrels and other things that like to dig.
Yes.
So if you, I learned this from one of our meetings. If you put them down 9-10 inches, they're not going to dig that far. So if you put them way down, and my other word of advice would be to make sure you mulch all year long. I reuse our leaves from the fall. They go right back in my garden bed. They decompose. They're all going away right now. Everyone puts them in a bag and takes them out to the trash. But if you just put them on your garden beds, they'll decompose. They feed your soil, and the squirrels and things. There's insects and all that living in there, which is great for the insects as well. But the squirrels just don't seem to bother them. So when I went to the tulip bulb pickups back in the day, I have some that are from about 30 years ago. So when I went, it was a free for all. The truck came, dumped them, and there were cords around the parking lot, so everyone had to stand back. They would dump the tulips, and then it was a mad dash to pick up what you could. And I got quite a few. So, there were people with, laundry baskets, bags, whatever. So this is a really organized system you have, and it's certainly better for the community to at least pay it forward and give some, back to the people who need it, and then you get a little prize. So
yeah, I'm going to share a link to the Dairy and Garden Club Facebook page, because you have very nicely put an image of the tulip bulbs from 30 years ago in your garden on that pipe. So we're going to see those bulbs. And so just to kind of go over it really quick again, you can either take the bulbs as you have them with the greens on top and everything, put them how many inches?
At least 6 to 10 inches down.
6 to 10.
And again, I forgot to say this. Make sure you don't cut off the foliage. Just let it all dry out as natural. I know it doesn't look nice right now, but it helps the plant to store the energy for the next bloom. You may not get as big a bloom, when you go to the shopping center, you see they're gorgeous. It may take some of that energy out of them to be pulled out, but I've had pretty good luck. So
that's great. So one can do it that way, and the other method is to put them in a cool, dry place around your house. You used your back porch in the past.
Somewhere.
You can use a basement, I suppose, or whatever. Any place is cool and dry. Let the bulbs dry out, and when that greenery, turns yellow, falls off, turns brown, falls off, or whatever, then still keep them, cool and dry until
September.
Fall or September.
End of September,
then
October.
put them all in the ground that way, mulch over everything or whatever, and then come spring, hopefully you will have tulips of a variety of colors. And you are proof positive that if you do this and it works out, you'll have tulips in the spring, and then you have tulips again, and then tulips again,
Hopefully.
and then tulips again for a long time. So I'm going to try that myself. I had luck with a few tulip bulbs that became tulip plants in my yard from last year. So I know it can work, although I am positive that I did not put them down 6 to 10 inches. So I fed squirrels during the fall. I hope they appreciate it because they're not getting them this year.
And Carl, I was going to say, I agree with you. Thank you, Carol, for letting everybody know you do have to put them down deep. But I also want everybody to know, like Carol said, leave the stems on. That's what they're going to be getting on Friday. We do not cut those stems off because we do know the importance of it. So thank you, Carol, for making sure everybody knows you got to keep those stems looking nasty, but benefit of it.
That's okay. But thank you. Thank you, Suzanne, once again for making this possible for us and for, having a great place to run this event on Friday morning. Kathy, thank you so much for the information. I hope that everybody has tulips next spring because of this event. Again, the Tulip Bulb Drive, the 4th annual Help Nurture Hope Tulip Bulb Drive, this Friday, Oakbrook Mall, 8:30 till 10 or until the bulbs run out. And follow Kathy's suggestions for getting those in the ground and getting them ready, and you will have a slightly more beautiful garden because you've got some extra tulips there next spring. Thank you so much, ladies. And
thank you.
We will see you all again soon for another topic here at People's Resource Center. So goodbye for now.